What have I learned in 2 years? I don't know. What's up, YouTube? It's Mark. Welcome back to the channel. So it's been 2 years since I started this channel and record the journey of recording at home. And I was just going through some old videos the other day. I've been kind of trying to upload a little more lately. But one thing I've noticed is that my creativity kind of comes in cycles and goes in cycles. So when it does come, I feel like I should get in here and record and create content or something. Otherwise, the ball stalls on me and I lose my momentum. So I've felt like I've wanted to be in here and create music and videos. So this came up with me is that it's been 2 years, and what have I learned? What have I figured anything out? And yeah, there's a lot. One thing I've realized is gear and the acquisition of gear isn't just about having something shiny and new to play with. It's really the inspiration. If it inspires you to pick it up and make sound with it and make music with it, that's a big part of it, because I have got some new gear that I'll probably go over at some point. A lot of changes to my desk. So there has been quite a few changes in that department. What have I learned about that? It's not really the gear. It's your inspiration. So that's one thing I've learned. The other thing I've really learned is my desire or my drive for music and to create has definitely led more towards the recording side. And what I mean by that is I honestly, at this point of my journey, have no desires to be in a band or jam, play with other people. Again, at some point it's cool, and I do have one guy that comes in. He kind of gives me some theory lessons, and we kind of mess around, so I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of that. But in reality, what I've really learned is, I guess, where I feel most comfortable is as a producer, engineer, writer, that kind of thing. And it's all because of this. I would have never in a million years thought that this was kind of the stuff that I really enjoy doing, unless this book was opened up to me, home recording. Again, I'm still new at this and I'm learning so much. I learn something new weekly, and it's not just that this makes this sound like this or this is a little different. What I've learned is you have to go with your gut and make the music and create the stuff that you want to create. If you were, and this is not to say it's wrong, but if you're the guy who's, producing other bands and recording and mixing other bands, there's a definite talent and you need an ear for that. But for me, what I get the most satisfaction out of is getting what's the music that's in my head out, whether it's through virtual instruments, through MIDI, whether it's through an acoustic guitar, whether it's through bass, drums. I have some other kind of weird instruments up there. The kalimba, I love playing with that and coming up with some neat stuff. That is really the biggest thing I learned in this journey, is that that's what I enjoy doing. I do enjoy making videos, but part of my problem is I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Not that whatever I do is perfect, but I try to do everything as well as I can. Whether it's recording video, recording a guitar, mixing, adding virtual instruments, the editing. I don't like to edit. I guess that's a big thing that I've learned as well, is I try to do everything in one take. I try to minimal edits. I try not to cut it up and comp it all together. It just, I've done that and I do that, but it's not what I enjoy doing the most of. I enjoy getting a good takedown, getting the next good takedown, and getting that to sound good with minimal processing and stuff on it. I have ventured out into some external hardware stuff that I don't know. I don't know if it's, in a situation like this, I don't know if it's worth it. The jury's still out on that. I'm still playing around. I do enjoy the connections. I do enjoy turning knobs. I've said that in the past. One thing I'm thinking about doing is a DAW controller, a fader port with some faders on it. I do like the tactile feel of turning knobs, pushing faders. That I do miss. I do enjoy that stuff. So that's something that may come down the line. I've learned that I really enjoy learning more about music theory. I believe and I feel that if you're a musician and you're playing guitar and you're creating, you do have an understanding of theory. Whether or not you know what's going on, there's an understanding there. And I've only learned that because I've started taking some lessons from a great musician. He's really just been applying the theory to songs. We listen to a song and I can play it. I know my hand knows where to go. I know what notes I need to be hitting. I don't know why. I'm starting to understand why now, though, and I'm starting to understand why our ears are drawn towards a certain sound or certain things evoke an emotion. I'm starting to understand that through theory. Does that mean I'm going to dig in and start writing these no. It's I wanted to do this for myself, to have a better understanding of why I play the way I play, why I'm using the notes that I use, why does my ear tend to go to these types of sounds, that type of thing. And that has really opened up and allowed me to kind of be a little more creative, because now when I get stuck on an idea, I know I have these notes that I can use. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I've stopped trying to classify myself as a guitarist or a bass player or blah, blah, blah. I love music. I guess the stuff that I really enjoy is producing. Making something sound good, taking something from an idea to an end product. I don't finish a lot of my music. Is music ever really finished? I don't know. I step back away from stuff and I revisit it. I do have a couple cool videos that'll be coming out on a a couple pieces that I've been doing in different ways to do it. I have a video coming out where I've recorded a song completely in the box with plugins, program drums, and yeah, that was it. Plugins, program drums, and an instance of a virtual organ. And then I took that and I recorded everything live. I recorded the drums, I recorded the guitars, I mic'd everything. Nothing was direct except for the keyboard sound. That's it. And there's only one track of that. So I went from 6, 7 tracks to 24, which is challenging to get everything mixed and sounding where it's supposed to be and panned out and placed in the stereo field. That's the stuff that I really, really love to do when the song comes together, the music comes together. So that's really what I've learned. And the last thing, and it's hard to put this into words because without it sounding like a dig, trust your instincts. Don't listen to everybody else. Don't go on and somebody's telling you need to do this and you need to do that. That's bullshit. You don't need the highest end equipment. You don't need $10,000 mics. What you need is a good set of these. And I think that's it. You really just need to learn what you have, use it, and go from there. I've gone from an iRig that I plug into my phone to record with in GarageBand to my dream setup. And this really is, it's been like a dream for me. So that's what I've learned. I'm going to have a sip of coffee and go to work because, again, this is a hobby. But man, I've learned that I really love music. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.